Sokoloko.
Wow. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe button by the way. Natukopia hapa na Yvonne Magaya show. Hit the subscribe button and like this video kwa sababu the things we are bringing to you even exclusive. Hakuna mtu mwingine atakuletea by the way. So guys, tuko kwa Sokoloko hapa upande wa Kikuyu. Place inaitwa 902 Street, right? Yes. So, kulikuwa na a small event here. Okay, a big event here. Inakani ya African people and tuko na mrembo hapa nataka tuambie jina yake and what she does.
Thank you so much. My name is Carry Africa. That's my brand name. I am a fashion creator. I am a cultural enthusiast. I am very deeply rooted and I'm a very proud and apologetic black woman.
Okay, so what would you say has inspired you to do the kind of work that you do? Because you know umetengeneza pale manguo.
Yes.
Like this necklace.
Yeah, in necklace fair. In Africans were very creative people. Before the white people came and brainwashed us and conditioned us to think that we are not great. So for me, anything is art. So that's why I have a fair on my neck. I mean, who can stop me? I can wear anything I want. So my inspiration comes from my roots. I'm a Gikuyu by tribe and a very cultured, deeply rooted Gikuyu woman. So I get inspired by African tribes. I can be inspired by the Ndebele people in South Africa. I can be inspired by the Himba women in Namibia. I can be inspired by the Turkana people, by the Mathai, by my own Gikuyu people. So I get inspirations all over Africa because I decided to be different from other people because most people we see around and most influencers and fashion designers, they're influenced by the West. But are we Western people? Are we white people? We are not. So I decided to identify myself with my roots, with who I am, and that's a black woman.
Nice. So, as in Wangari, I don't know. I feel like I know you from somewhere. Are you that woman? Are you that woman that I think I saw somewhere? When you were one of the kids from Mathai?
No, I don't think I'm not. I'm not that woman. No, I'm not that woman. But for people who have seen me somewhere, I think they've seen me on a music video by one Kwame Reggae. If you go to look for a video called Spicy, you'll find me there. And I've also been involved in some of his, styling when we shoot in some of his videos, because that is what I do. I do style people, but I'm strictly and purely African. So if you're coming to me, just know that you're coming to meet an African woman who is inspired by Africa. Nothing less, nothing more. And I'm doing this because for me it's more like a legacy and like a movement, because I want black women to be comfortable in their own skin, to be comfortable in their own hair, to be comfortable in their own roots. We have to stop this, I call it mainstream media, because that is the people they use to try and push this narrative that the black woman is supposed to be this, the black woman is supposed to be this. No, we are only supposed to be what our ancestors look like. And me, I think I'm an epitome, I'm an example of what our ancestors look like in a modern world. So I also try to merge the modern world and the old world, the traditional world, because to live tradition is to live who you are. So once you leave your roots, it's like you're denying yourself. So there's no way you can escape from roots. Whether you go where, you go to Europe, you go to America, your roots will always follow you. And that's my motto. Yeah, so deeply rooted, very cultured woman, very proud Gikuyu woman, very proud African woman.
And has it always been like this? When was your turning point? And what caused this? You feel this proud to be African or even Gikuyu? I'm also Gikuyu.
You're also Gikuyu?
Yes. What made you like your turning point to become really push to that extent of being like this proud?
Well, I must start by saying that when I was growing up, I was raised by a mother who instilled confidence in me. When I was growing up, my mother didn't stop me from wearing anything. So people who know me, when I was a young girl, I would walk in hot pants, I would walk in very skimpy dressing. And I remember in high school, anytime we had inter-house competitions, anytime we'd go for a fashion show, we'd have girls come into my cube, to our cube, for me to style them, and I would use bed sheets and turn them into dresses. And I could always find myself wearing very different clothes from my friends. Anytime we'd go even to like for example, we go to like Gikomba, Kangemi, utanipata mimi zile tunachagua, mapishto yangu hawezi chagua. Nachagua tu kitu msana, wewe utavaa. Kwani nakaya kulala? So I've always been that person who is always on the other side. But for the turning point when I decided to start knowing myself, I decided to start, this journey started like about, I would say 10 years ago. 10 years ago I decided now to go back to my roots. So I started finding out like what clan do I come from. Like for example, do you know what clan you're from? Like for me, I know I'm a Mujiro. Mujiro is one of the 9 daughters of Yekoyo and Mombi in my tribe. So I started by finding my roots. Who am I? Who are Wanjiro people? What were they like? What did they do? And I started now getting to have conversations with my grandmother, how women were, how it used to be for them. So I started embracing that. And slowly it became more of like a lifestyle. So for me, I live African, I cook African, I do everything African. So for me, everything, I must, even if I'm merging it with the modern world, I must, there has to be some Africanism in it. Yeah. So everything about me is Africanism. It has to be something about Africa, about my motherland, about my roots.
Okay, and what about the reception? When you told maybe you started asking your grandmother background, like how did they take it? Am I even your friend? You know the people that see what you come and and I'm dressing like this.
I know.
And I have a friend who I would call weird.
Yeah.
How is that reception now?
Well, until today, people get shocked. Anytime on the streets, walking in matatus, people look at me like I am not supposed to be.
Sijui but ina shoot iko 6. Ni flash imetoka.
Yeah, so it's up to date. I'm always having to explain to people like why are you dressed like this and it's only a Monday. Were you attending a wedding? Was it an event? And I'm like, no. So people think that to look like this, it must be, you must be going somewhere. But this should be a normal way, because even our grandmothers, this was to be a normal way of life. And for me, like today I'm dressed in kitenge. The next day I could be dressed in something else. Like I said, I get inspired from different tribes in Africa. So for me, my grandmother was quite impressed when I started asking questions, because she told me, now is when you have started knowing who you are. Like she was very impressed. But of course, other people in the family up to date, anytime we go for family gatherings, I always get those eyes. Like, yeah, what have you been doing lately? When you saw kanisa gani, that is so it's such a shame that when you're in your roots, you're different. And like most Kenyans are always asking, umetoka South Africa, umetoka Nigeria. So to look like this, you have to be Nigerian. To look like this, you have to be from South Africa. So I was asking, so Kenya hakuna watu traditional. And so for me, it's still a work in progress. We still have to normalize women looking and dressing like me. We have to normalize it. Just down here, when I took you in Bishop, utaona 2 heads. The more one, I'm used to this. So I'm so used to this. Yeah. Story of my life.
Yeah. Okay. So I would like to know what
my dreadlocks.
It's raining.
Well, as we finish, I know. First, they think it's too rebel. They think I'm a rebel. And I tell them that was the essence. I wanted to look like Wangari Mathai. I wanted to look like the Kenya Queens. I wanted to look like my ancestors. So my hair is a voice on its own. So the reason why I have this kind of dreadlock is because they are a voice.
Yeah.
So and I want black women to know that it is okay to still have such hair, because this is our ancestors' hair. So to me, my hair is my representation. My roots, where I come from. Yeah. Thank you so so much for this video. Thank you so much for interviewing me. Yes,
Social media. Where can you be gotten? Social media.
You can find me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Kiari Africa. Kiari is my surname, and Kiari in my tribe means something wide, diverse. So that's why I derived the name, like Wide Africa. Yes, thank you so much.
So guys, make sure umeangalia Kiari Africa. Let's go this woman, this mysterious woman in our generation. See you guys on our next one. Bye.
Thank you.
Karibu tunyeshewe.
Ati karibu.